Hello and welcome back. My name's Matthew. You're joining me on part three of my CompTIA series videos. Today we're going to discuss the CompTIA Network Plus certification. So, what is CompTIA Network Plus? CompTIA Network Plus is for people that are working as network engineers, system administrators, network troubleshooters, anybody that works with devices on the network. So, CompTIA Network Plus is a certification that helps you cover and troubleshoot and configure networks. So, CompTIA Network Plus is broken down into multiple areas. You have your networking fundamentals, your network implementations, your network operations, your network security, and your network troubleshooting. So, networking fundamentals, what you're going to learn about here is the services on the network, the physical connections, and the architectural and cloud implementation of networking. So, on top of that, you're going to be looking at how you implement networks. So, the likes of deploying your Ethernet solutions and configuring wireless networks. On top of this, for your network operations, you're going to be learning on how to monitor and optimize the networks for your business continuity. Um, on top of that, you're also going to be looking at the security concepts behind the networks, how to prevent networks attacks, how to harden the systems, and how to prevent threats on the network. And you're also going to be looking at your network troubleshooting. So, you're going to troubleshoot the common network problems, the cables, the connectivity, the software issues related to networking. So, network Network Plus is for your junior network administrators, your data center technicians, your systems admin, your network engineers, your telecommunications technicians, and your cable technicians. Many companies utilize CompTIA Network Plus, so you have your likes of your Verizon, your Department of Defense, your Dell, your HP, your Apple, and your Intel. So every 3 years, the Network Plus is refreshed. We are currently on the N10007 and the N10008 is due to come out. So the Network Plus exam is a 90-minute exam. It's multiple choice and the passing score is 720 out of 900. So the cost is $358, which is equivalent to your. How does the Network Plus compare to your Cisco CCNA? So the exam focus is on networking technologies across vendors and solutions. It's for someone who has probably completed their A plus and has at least 9+ months of experience in networking. The exam is vendor neutral. So with Network Plus, you can always renew it through your CertMaster, which is great. Every 3 years, CompTIA do a refresh, and CertMaster is the option for renewing or using your CEs. So Network Plus can be renewed. It's a 30 CE requirement for renewing it. So let's get started with Network Plus. What Network Plus is it's an exam which covers all fundamentals of networking and goes in depth into all the different elements of your network. So you're going to be looking at for your Network Plus your IP addressing and connectivity, your wireless standards, your network availability. You're going to learn how to secure and harden the networks. You're going to troubleshoot them. So what we like about Network Plus is, so if you're on the CompTIA certification pathway and you've completed your ITF Plus and your A Plus, your next one is going to be your Network Plus. So the Network Plus is broken down into 5 areas. Your networking fundamentals, 24%, your network implementations, 19%, and your network operations, which is 16%. We also have network security, which is 19%, and network troubleshooting, which is 22%. So, your networking fundamentals, you're going to cover the OSI model, You're going to learn about the layers and the encapsulation concepts. You're going to look at the characteristics of the network. You're going to summarize the types of cables and connectors in networking. You're also going to be looking at subnetting, IP addressing schemes. You're going to be looking at the ports, the protocols, the way in which it's all encrypted. You're going to be looking at the purpose of network services. You're going to have to be able to explain the basic concept and data center network architecture. You're also going to have to bring in and summarize the cloud concepts and connectivity options. For your network implementations, you're going to have to compare and contrast against the different types of devices, features, and places in which you would put networking equipment. You're also going to have to look at the routing technologies, the bandwidth, the management concepts. You're going to have to learn how to deploy common Ethernet switches. You're going to have to learn about your different layered switches. You're also going to have to configure the appropriate wireless standards on your access points and routers. For your network operations, you're also going to be looking at statistics, where you're going to place sensors, and how you ensure network availability. You're also going to be looking at the purpose of documentation for networks. So this would be this would be part and part with your compliance and identity for your networks, how people will authenticate. You're also going to be looking at the disaster recovery side of things, what are you going to do if a site goes down? So your DR plan, uh, you're also going to be looking at your disaster recovery implementation, your playbooks, all that kind of stuff. For your network security side, you're going to have to explain the common security concepts. You're going to have to look at the common types of attacks to networks, so your DDoS, all that kind of stuff. You're also going to have to look at how to harden the networks. You're going to be comparing and contrasting against ways of remote access to networks, so your VPN, your site to site, your types of encryption for your VPN. You're also going to be looking at the importance of the physical security around the networks. Are you going to have barriers? Are you going to have bollards? Are you going to have walls? Are you going to have magnetic strips for accessing certain areas where the data center is? And you're also going to be looking at your troubleshooting. Your troubleshooting will consist of the methodology you're going to use, the cable and connectivity issues you might come up against, the software that you're going to use to troubleshoot the networks, utilizing command prompt. Um, you're also going to look at the common issues you would have with wireless connectivity, and you're also going to have to troubleshoot general network issues. So, what you might want to move on to your Network Plus is, on average, the average salary of a network technician is anywhere from 40 to 55,000 per annum in Ireland. Um, is Network Plus a high stakes exam? Absolutely. Network Plus, I would consider to be one of the more difficult out of the if you compare it between ITF Plus and A Plus, it really focuses on a broad level of networking knowledge. So, with that said, we're going to look at why Network Plus is worth doing. It is sorry, no. So Network Plus, the reason why people do it is it goes through a lot of the concepts you would have in networking. It validates your knowledge in security concepts, your cloud computing, installing, configuring, and setting up networks. It's also valid if you require a certification for working in the likes of the DoD. So you're going to want to look at Network Plus as a intermediate level certification. So it's early career to intermediate. So I definitely look at doing that if I was you. So check out the video on Network Plus on the importance of it. Um, Something that's always said is that the Network Plus certification is proves that you have what your employer is looking for. So um, networking is everywhere. Networking is part of your daily IT career. So if you have that networking knowledge, you will find that you will be able to do your job with ease. So with that said, if you want to look at the CompTIA Network Plus, it's well worth doing. I'd highly recommend it. And at the end of this, we'll have a brief video about Network Plus. Thank you very much.